doing so well up until 5.
On to some really weird fucking news. This
I've-
wasn't in the running order I sent you yesterday, but is in the updated one I sent you today.
Saw the update and I was like, what the fuck is this?
Okay, so last week we spoke about the fact that Joker 2 script's on the way.
Mm-hmm.
Which is obviously fantastic. Then over the course of this week, this news has got more and more absurd, and I'm genuinely starting to think I've been trolled, but I don't know. So it started off earlier in the week that Joker 2 might be looking at Lady Gaga as Harley Quinn. So I was like, you know what? As long as I have Joaquin Phoenix, I can see that.
Yeah.
Lady Gaga has acted in a number of films and hasn't been bad. She's been absolutely fine.
Yeah.
And I think that could work. And then another day passed. Now all of a sudden, apparently, it's going to be a musical.
Hmm.
I'm just like,
Not the direction I thought it would go.
Excusez-moi, s'il vous plaît. Okay, so there is one way I'm okay with this. If it's like, so you know how like traditional operas are done, where it's like they sing everything. If it's done like that, I'm in. If it's a musical like High School Musical or Grease or something like that, where it's like doing something very normal and then burst into song, not so much.
Just the thought of Joker bursting into song as he's like robbing a bank.
Yeah. If it's like the whole thing is an opera because he's that fucking doolally, it could work.
Yeah, I can see what you mean. It's still like,
Yeah, it's still weird as fuck, but like I'm willing to give it a go. I mean, it's further proof that once you've got someone like me hooked on this stuff, I'm gonna go see any old shit. But
if it turns out to be true, someone took creative freedom with this a little bit too far.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, that might be like Lady Gaga saying she'll only do it if it's a musical.
Yeah,
and
she sings.
Actually, Lady Gaga is on the shortlist, but she's not their number one choice, so it probably won't happen. Or maybe they've heard that rumor, they've gone, we're not going to quash that because that's going to keep us in the news cycle for a little while.
Well, yeah, they just let it run, and then less people are going to actually figure out what the actual.
But I mean, it's something to keep an eye on.
Do you know what it probably? I wouldn't be surprised if it stemmed from like someone the director's thought, or like someone on the script writing just throwaway comment to someone they know was just like, oh, one point we considered making it into a musical or something like. And like just some throwaway idea that like, oh yeah, we had this idea with it, but we haven't. And then someone's taken that and run with it.
Do you know what it kind of reminds me of? Have you seen the film Bohemian Rhapsody with Rami Malek?
Yes.
So you know when they're talking about the song Bohemian Rhapsody, he's like, okay, so what happens now? He's like, oh, well, this is where the operatic section's going to go. And he's like, oh, right, the operatic section. It feels like that. They were sitting there having a meeting and they're like, and we're going to make it a musical. And they're like, going to make it a musical. It's like, yeah, oh, okay. But then no one laughs. And they're like, oh, that wasn't a joke. He's serious. It's going to be a musical. Ah, okay, well, let's see how this goes. I don't see it actually being a musical.
No.
I'm sure this is miscommunication somewhere. Someone's going, oh, Lady Gaga only does musicals, therefore this must be a musical as well, or something.
It was someone who's in a somewhat position of this information could be true. They've told it to some news thing and they've gone, yeah, you're from a rough, like you might know if this is true or not. So yeah, we'll run this.
Yeah, it does feel like a 2 + 2 = 5 situation.
But who knows?
Like I said, if it's done right, it could be one of them pieces where we look at it and go, it's a bit off the wall, but wow, does it work?
If it's done right, Batman 2 might be a musical.
And Robert Patterson. And